Okay, I need to make the warp markers work again because I need to. Okay, where is it? I think I have a to do in here. No. Yes, in this file. That's not the one I wanted to open. Yes, exactly. So this should actually just be a box. Then I need to do this because it updates all in one go. So this is the warp marker data, but it's in a format that is required by the plugin system. Whereas the data that the user actually interacts with is in here. So every time it changes, I need to update the plugin compatible version of the data. So I go into here. That is almost correct. This function, there's no such function as this, but it's going to be something like this. Oh my god, this search thing in Visual Studio is so rubbish. If you do it too quickly, it just opens the wrong file. I must have existing code for this somewhere. Maybe in here. Implement data. I think I did have existing code that did what I need to do here, but then I probably deleted it during the refactor. What points? Alright, whatever, I'll just rewrite it. So do blink. I could actually just add another constructor. Which takes a span. Hold on. Is this gonna work? I'm not sure I could pass this flex vector to a span at all.
Tasting more appetizing.
It's not going to work. I think span is only for contiguous memory, right? It doesn't work on generic iterators. Yeah, I forgot what span did. It's only for for a buffer and a size, basically. Trying to decide what a good way to do it is.
Hey, it's time for my favorite dance team, so let's look.
Okay. What does this want? Not a shared pointer anymore. Okay, this should just work now. Theoretically.
Never shut up. Maybe he's in the car. Why don't we set it? Gunfire can hear it a long way off. This isn't the right place, the right moment. I know another way of convincing you.
Oh yeah, I need to do shallow changed for this one.
Linda, he venido a buscarte porque es imposible para un mexicano vivir sin ese cariño de su alma. Y aquella tierra que me dejaste es la más linda de todas las tierras. Es mi poeta, mi sentimiento, tu canción preferida.
Block workspace. Alright, I'm not expecting this to work first attempt. Let's try it. Okay, that's not right. Oh, it was just missing... Right, okay. So when the block is first created, it's supposed to have a default warp marker setup of having like... Hold on. Okay, there's a... I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dotted line right on the left-hand side. So that's supposed to be the default warp marker that is created for every block. There's supposed to be one right at the beginning. Oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. This is not quite working. Interesting. Let's create a new block. I can see the warp marker on the left. I create a new one. Oh, that's not the warp marker I'm seeing. That is this thing here. Okay. Then if I undo... Now it actually does have a warp marker when I undid. Interesting. So the default warp marker is set up actually in the initialization of the struct. Here I do this, make default warp points. Just creates a 1 at position 0. Hold on. Start again. What happens there? I can see it there, actually. Weird. Well, this is not working right. It's returning an empty list. But there should be something in there by this point. So let's check what's going on here. This should happen at some point. It should have happened already. Oh, data. Oh no, it has to happen when the block is created as well. Didn't think of that. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it hasn't changed yet, technically. So it has to happen up here. Oh, this is wrong. Okay. Oops. Forgot about that breakpoint. Right, it worked, I think. It's not a very good sample to test this with. Okay, that sounds right. Does the sample hot swapping work? Yes, it does. Okay. All right, great. Oh. What happened here? So something wrong with the waveform rendering. Didn't I just switch to classic? So it shouldn't be in the Fudge plugin right now. I think that's what I did. Oh no, I went back in history, right? I went from Fudge and then back to classic. And I went like this and did changes. Then I went back to classic. Then I went like this or something. Try and replicate some of what I did before. Okay, there's issues with jumping around in history. It does seem to be to do with the plugin hot switching.
You're on point five. Once again, Tip. Watch me bust they shit.
I'm not sure. I need to find some easy way to reproduce this. It'd be nice if I had some way to record and play back history states, but I don't have anything like that at the moment. That would be a good debugging tool maybe in the future. I think it seems to only happen. Let's start again. It seems to only happen when I create a. I don't think it's anything to do with the warp markers. I think it's when I switch to Fudge and then add parameter like this. Yeah. Now this is breaking in the UI, but again, it's to do with the parameters between the two plugins. So there's probably like one major issue here, which if I fix it, will fix everything. I think it's one major issue that's causing problems both in the audio engine and the waveform rendering and in the UI. If I create points in this one, that doesn't make any difference. How come when I go back to here... Oh, that's another issue. I might investigate that one first of all because it seems a bit easier. So if I add a block and then simply undo and redo. No, that's fine. Start again. If I add a block. Ah, interesting. First of all, this is breaking somehow because it doesn't show this rectangle until I manually start moving. If I scroll away and then go to this state and then back to here, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is there. Oh, hold on, let's just try to make sure when I switch from here to here, it redraws that rectangle at least. Workspace map. How does this work again? So this does happen when I switch. Oh, it draws it when I switch back to here. Where was that? Here it is. What's the problem here? Where does the rectangle get drawn? I don't think it happens in here. It must happen here. Put view rect. That thing. What the hell is this doing? Oh, it's really this is written really badly. I can see. Cache. I haven't calculated this content size variable yet. That's why it doesn't work. It happens in one more frame. So I guess what I could do. Map. Do this instead. There we go. Okay, well that's that fixed. What about this other issue? So switch to fudge. If I do this, this is fine, right? Okay, that's fine. However, if I switch to fudge and then add this parameter, that's fine so far. But if I add some stuff, and eventually it breaks. Okay, I'm not even going to look at that yet. I want to try to do it, try to reproduce it consistently. I might not be able to. In which case I'll just try and debug it by looking at the code. So I think maybe I just have to click on this to enable it for editing. Which is not... Okay, enabling it for editing doesn't actually... that state is not committed to the history. I think that state is stored in the wrong place at the moment. But anyway, if I do this... we're fine so far. It's only if I add a point, then it saves the fact that it's being edited to the memory, to the history, which is a bit weird. I think that's where the trouble lies. Actually, So if I just click here, then create at least one point, and then go to here, and then back again, then back, then back, then back, then back, then it's fine. It's fine. Why is that fine? So it's only if I set the other parameter active first. I don't think it matters which parameter. So I enable it, create at least one point. We're fine so far. Okay, hold on. I think I can do it consistently. I think I know how to do it. Do that, do that, do that, do that, that. Create a point, then go to here and then back. Okay, that's how I can do it consistently. So let me just look at that with my eyes, first of all. See if that makes sense to me. So what am I doing exactly? I'm going back to this state, which is where we first switched to fudge. And this was not selected, there was no point. Then we go back to here. We're still in fudge. Okay, I think there are multiple issues actually. This issue is simply that the edit state happens okay, what I need to do before anything else is move the edit state from here, which is I think is where it is, yeah, it's right here, into this model instead, because it shouldn't be part of the history, or should it? Should it? How does this work again? I need to rethink some of it. There's some stuff that should not be part of the history, but should be saved to the project file. Maybe it's fine for it to be part of the problem. Okay, let me try and explain. If it's not clear what I'm griping about at the moment. The act of clicking on one of these parameters and selecting something doesn't create an item in the history at the moment. But the state of having clicked on one of these things is in fact part of the model that is used for creating points in time in the history. So that state, even though that no item in history was created, that state that says this parameter is currently selected on this block is there in the model, which is used for the history. So as soon as I do something else while this parameter is selected, now I've created an item in the history, but it's done more than just add this envelope point. It's also selected this parameter. So now if I go back to here and then back to here, it's going to select that parameter again because the state of having selected that parameter is part of the history, even though there was no item created in the history for selecting the parameter. So maybe that's fine. I don't know. It's probably fine. What I could do is move that state, specifying what parameter is selected on what block and all this stuff. I can move that out of that model so that it's no longer part of the history automatically. If I do that, then I have to do extra work to save that state to the project file. Oops. But maybe I don't care about saving it to the project file because it's not that important. Which, like, what was selected on the project. I think I don't currently save the workspace view anymore, which I used to. Can't see it if I did. Yeah, I don't see it in there. So I could move that state out, but I don't think it's that important at the moment, because I can fix it in another way. So where edit changed. So this error here is caused by the fact that there's no button for this parameter at this point. And edit blink changed. So I have to call this at some point, I suppose. When does that get called? It should get called when the plugin changes. But it's getting called out of sequence at the moment. It needs to get called before the function for selecting the current edit parameter is called. I assume it's not. So it's called there. It should be called again here. Wait a second, it's not changing plugin at all. Ah, okay, right. I got it. I think. Selector. set param active. Yeah, this needs to be called at some point. Set param, because that's what creates the button. Set mod param active, which happens here on param active changed. Param active changed. So this is happening after, because it's a parameter, right? So this is a little bit awkward, isn't it? So PO is happening after. I mean, I could try just moving this before everything else. This is a bit problematic though, that I'm having these kinds of issues, because this is very error prone. I didn't realize it's going to be like extremely sensitive in what order all this stuff happens. This is like really, really error prone. It's because of the it's because of the way I update the UI. I might have to do a big rethink. Okay, that's fine. Now, there was another issue that was happening in the compiler. The parameter compiler. But maybe I need to do more stuff. Switch to here. Switch back again and start moving around. Maybe it's fine now, I don't know. What if I go back in time and then I mean, it seems fine. I guess maybe I fixed it. So there was two issues. There was the UI issue, which I just fixed, and an issue deeper in the parameter compiler stuff. But they didn't look like they were related, but maybe they were. So the fix was simply to react to the parameter changes before reacting to everything else. But why would that wouldn't affect anything in the audio engine, would it? I don't see how it would. I don't see how it would actually. Okay, another thing I need to do is split this into files, because this file is very annoying to navigate. That's one of the things I did this morning was split this this Flask craft file used to be one file, and I split it into all of these files to make it easier to navigate. Oh, this part I need to move as well. I also need to put this in another file.
Los ganchitos Crex son unas cosas que hacen Crex. Por eso se llaman Crex. Escuchen el Crex de un ganchito Crex. Es un Crex inconfundible. Escúchenlo otra vez. Es un Crex inimitable. A mí es que me gustan las cosas que hacen Crex. Los ganchitos Crex son unas cosas que hacen Crex. Por eso se llaman Crex. Escuchen el Crex de un ganchito Crex. Es un Crex inconfundible. Escúchenlo otra vez. Es un Crex inimitable. A mí es que me gustan las cosas que hacen Crex.
We're expecting you. We're expecting you.
1, 2, 3.
Car Ilorway maintenant me semble moins ensoleillé qu'avant, mais donc Camille.
I don't remember now what I was about to do before I started rearranging this file. What was I looking at before? I just fixed that parameter thing. I don't remember at all. Assume this is all still working. Seems fine. So what was it that I was going to look at? Well, one thing I need to start looking at soon, I might as well just do it now, is saving and loading files. Because I haven't tested this at all yet. Oh, I need to fix this, all these dialogues first. Okay, let's do that. Do I want to do that right now, or do I want to have lunch? What was that other thing? Oh yeah, this thing. Oh wait. Has unsaved changes. So this is all going to be completely different now. But I don't really want to just throw this entire file away and rewrite it. So I'll do my best. The safe position thing doesn't exist anymore. So what we can do is last saved gem. And what is this gem? There's another gem. Gem equals load layout. Okay, let's call that loading gem. On success, last saved gem. I guess it's like this. Wait. Gem. Okay. Save project. Okay. So much this doesn't need to be state. This shouldn't be part of this model. But whatever. I'll keep it for now. Unsaved changes dialog. So the dialog says, do you want to save changes? And then they press no. And then what happens? Okay, last save gem equals nothing. Same thing here. Well, actually, I just assign it to the gem. Is this gonna work? I guess I'm gonna have to find out if it works or not. I don't think it's gonna work brilliantly. Unless I can make it work. Some of this stuff shouldn't have comparison operators. Or should it? No, it should, because I need... I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. I'm just going to have to see if it works or not. I don't think it's going to work. Last save gem equals gem. Yeah, this should just be empty.
Just play it.
As a baseline.
I understand what I should do. Instead of this, I should just get gem like that. That makes sense, I think.
As a base.
Okay, and then has unsaved changes. I compare last saved gem to
As a baseline. As a baseline.
Alright, let's see if that works. I'm not actually sure if it will. So, new project straight away. Oh, that shouldn't happen. Because there's no changes yet. So let's see what's going on. I don't think I actually run this at the beginning, right? This doesn't run. Yeah, it doesn't run yet. So after we start up, set last saved gem. Where do we put that? It has to be after. There's some kind of initialize project. I can't remember what it's called. Initialize. I spelled initialize wrong. Initialize proj. Is it after here? Scheme. Possibly that's correct. Okay, if I go new project now, then it explodes. Wait, what? Okay, right, okay, something's going wrong. Interesting. Right, I never got this far before. Okay. Something's going wrong. So it didn't ask me if I wanted to save my changes, which is right. And then it went ahead and started trying to clear the project. And something odd happened. So it was 2, now -1. This should be was. Oh, now. Yeah, anytime I query. I think that's all it was. Wait, hold on. That's a bit odd actually. So it was leader 2, now leader -1. So So I'm setting the geometry dirty for a workspace that doesn't exist anymore. So this is going to fail as well. No, it didn't. Why didn't it fail? That should have failed. Oh, that bit fails. I should just check if it still exists. Then I can use now here. What is happening here? Get view. Oh right, I'm assigning. Right, I'm not. Okay. I'm just resetting panning and then I'm setting it back here. Okay. I think I understand my own code. Get crushed somewhere else. In the UI update. Okay. On workspace added. Interesting. This should happen. Oh, that's really annoying. Fuck. This function is called before this function. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because it's part of the IMA diffing algorithm, which it's in this library here. So I just have to fix this. bet there's going to be more and more issues exactly like this. I don't know if this is going to work. So it's going to add the new workspaces before removing the old workspaces from this menu at least. So I have these 3 workspaces here, which you get by default. So I'm going to create a new project, which what used to happen is it would remove the 3 workspaces and then create the new 3 workspaces. But now what it's going to do is add 3 more workspaces and then remove the old ones. And it worked. Okay. So you can see it's workspace 5, 6, 7. This one says default workspace because it gets a default name. It's 5, 6, 7. And then when I create a new project, it's going to add workspaces 8, 9, 10, and then remove these ones. But it happens in a blink of an eye, so you can't see it. 8, 9, 10, there we go. While we're here, let's check if renaming a workspace works. It works. I can't undo that because it's the first action. I never thought about that. So when we initialize the project, we should create actually an initial state in the history. Oh, another thing is I'm not clearing the history now. I'm not actually clearing the... Ooh, that's a bit weird. If I create 2 tracks and create a new project. Okay, some other issues. Track removed. So the workspace has already been removed, is that the idea? What's going on here actually? Space 11. Let's try this again. Create 1 track, then go to new project. The workspace is 2, which apparently didn't exist in the previous gem. What did exist? Zero workspaces. So I don't understand how we've got to this point. Oh, it's because we're committing in the middle of running our scheme. what did we commit? Clear layout, clear selection, clear workspaces. Clear workspaces. Oh yeah, this is the bit that I need to get rid of anyway. This doesn't even make sense to do this. So I should just have one big clear task. Pretty much.
Le plus jeune des 7 garçons était si frais et si menu qu'il portait le nom de Petit Pouce.
So let's delete all these. I don't need to have separate tasks anymore for clearing different things. Yeah, I need to do this. So here. Clear project. I already have that. Clearing project.
Petit caillou blanc et des miettes de pain sec dont il avait rempli ses
Clear project. Ah, I see.
Il retrouverait sans difficulté le chemin de la maison à travers la forêt profonde. Au cœur des bois,
So get rid of all these.
s'éloigner un peu pour couper quelques branches,
Get rid of this.
s'enfuir, abandonnant les 7 enfants.
Being commit was clear. Oh, I can't do it like that.
Two. And cold for lunch.
Sort of confusing myself now. Clear.
Ovaltine helps give us what we need. We drink Ovaltine hot. Ovaltine helps give us more. We drink Ovaltine hot.
This is not even right. This is not what I'm supposed to do. This doesn't actually make sense to do it like this anymore. I do need to rewrite this entire file. Oh no. Can I get rid of just doing this?
Helps give us what we need. We drink Ovaltine hot. To drink of the secret spore.
this is what I was looking for. I see.
Ovaltine helps give us what we want.
Alright, create a track. New project. Do you want to save your work? No. Okay. We got a bit further. So I think the control was not erased, or at least not before this point. Probably because... Yeah, hold on. Track erased? Yeah. I guess this didn't happen. Not before Godot tries to do another frame. Let's check if this happens, at least. It doesn't. This should happen when this happens. Create track, new project. Oh, but it doesn't respond yet. But it should respond. Somewhere around here. Oh, it happens before scheme update. I guess that should be, instead of moving that up, I should move this down to like here. Actually no, this should be, well I don't know, it doesn't really matter that much, but I guess about there. It's fine. No, it should be here. Okay, crashes somewhere else now. In constructor commits, this track doesn't exist anymore because it's been deleted. Wait, the lane apparently does exist. Parent workspace. Oh, raised lane. Oh no. Oh. Okay, yeah, this is the other issue that I have to deal with. So I'm reacting to tracks and then lanes. So what this is doing is it's saying, have any tracks been added? And then it says, have any tracks been removed? And then it says, have any tracks changed? Then it moves on to lanes and goes, have any lanes been added? Have any lanes been removed? Have any lanes changed? So what was happening before was lanes were removed before the tracks that they belong to were removed. But now tracks are being removed before lanes are being removed. But the trouble is the order in which this stuff happens is kind of sensitive. So I can't just swap, because that would break other things. So the problem is I'm integrating with this legacy system for communicating with the audio engine, which was written like 2 years ago now, before I knew I was going to be doing this kind of stuff. Anyway, the assumption that is made here is that lanes are always erased before the track that the lane belongs to. That's not the case anymore. So I'm annoyingly, I'm going to have to avoid rewriting this entire system here, because that's going to be like another 2 months of work if I do that. But if I was writing everything from scratch, then it would not be written in the way that it's written, and it wouldn't be making this kind of assumption. So it's going to have to be hacky fixes for now. So erase lane from track is going to assume that the track is... Oh no, it doesn't actually. It checks if the track exists and then returns if it doesn't anymore. But this function here assumes that the track exists.
In the shooting script, many more scenes to establish the let's say the calmness of their lives together. This idea of interpolating and mixing into different jazz really kind of arrived on the day, and I just suggest that it doesn't really know where that's sitting.
And what does it do with this? This is going to assume that this exists as well, probably. Like global indices. I think it's going to be a lot of problems like this. Okay, no, it does do a check. Alright.
really kind of arrived on the day, and I think it just suggests that it doesn't really matter where they're sitting.
Does this check? Yeah. Okay, create track, and then we go new. Hey, okay. Create track, create track, create a track. New project. This is weird. What's going on there? So I'm not clearing the history, and also I'm not creating the initial state. Initialize project. Should say okay. New project.
In the script.
I mean, the idea that you could go back to the previously loaded project using the history is kind of interesting. I'm not sure why this is not quite working correctly though. It should, when I go back to here, it should detect that there's 3 tracks, but it doesn't unless I go back to here first and then here. Oh, there's no UI. Oh, it's part of Reticulator, that's why. Is it? Hold on. Check. No, it isn't. Track add. Is that what it's called? Track. There's no on track added or anything. Which is weird. I guess it's not needed. So what it does is create a control here. Create control. Then what happens? Should go to here. So it does 2 more because there's 3 tracks in total. Here we go. Set geometry. Is it going to say it's not visible? Not visible. Okay. Oh, it doesn't update the geometry. It should do. Oh yeah, it very clearly doesn't update the geometry. Adding a lane should do the same thing. Okay, so now I can create a new project. Don't save. Ah, come on. What now? Removed. Yeah, I only do that if it still exists. Which it might not. Why am I passing these arguments? Doesn't make sense. Let's get rid of these. Oh, this is not the state. This is the notify state. That's why I was passing those arguments. Right, Great Tracks, new project. Still. Something's still wrong. Oh, yeah. Should be was. Okay, and then still doesn't work. Why not? So we mark this as dirty. But it's not the current workspace, so it doesn't mark it as dirty. It's not the current workspace. Okay. It should be though, actually, at this point. It should be set up as the current workspace at this point. Shouldn't it? Hold on. Not necessarily. gem happens first. Current workspace changed. So then we're going to get to here. Current workspace was 13, now 2. So when the current workspace changes, we should also do the geometry update. Oh, but it's being set to -1. Because Reticulator hasn't run yet. Is that the reason? Been changed. Reticulator hasn't run yet. Okay. So current workspace happens here. This stuff is going to be so error prone though. Oh my god. Okay, does it work now? Yes, it does. Okay, what I want to do now instead of initial I want to move this. Put that there instead. And here we go beam commit. New project. A new project. So we have initial project state, blah blah blah, new project. And probably what I'll do is, because obviously memory isn't being freed from the previously loaded project now, probably I'll put a configurable limit on the length of the history, and then after a while I'll just start deleting old project states. And then I would also add an option to simply clear all history when you unload a project rather than keeping it around. But I think it's kind of interesting to allow you to do this. Now if I go here, there's been no changes so far. So if I do new project again, it shouldn't ask me if I want to save changes. And it didn't, that's good. But then if I create a track and go new project, it will ask me. save it as test. New project. Open. Test. And this is the first time I've tested project loading since I started the refactor, so it's not surprising. There's probably going to be like 10 problems at least. My stomach's really rumbling, so I'm going to have to stop and eat food. But this was pretty productive so far. Okay.